Hello guys, and welcome back to a brand new match preview here on the channel. My name is James, and today we're going to go ahead and sit down and talk to you guys about Reading's upcoming fixture against Leyton Orient. The Royals are back at the SCL, and last time out saw them pick up a 2-0 victory against Charlton Athletic at the same stadium, and we'll be hoping for a similar result in this game. Now, Leyton Orient have had a really poor start to the season this year. They're the only team in League One that are pointless at the moment, and arguably, though, have had the toughest fixtures to start off this year. Now, Leyton Orient started off the season with a home game against Bolton Wanderers, and they ended up losing that game by 2-1. The second game of the season saw them go away to Charlton Athletic and were fallen to a last-minute winner, losing that game by 1-0. Birmingham at home was up next, and they lost that game by 2-1 before arguably the worst result so far this season, a 3-0 away loss against Shrewsbury. Now, coming into this game, Reading will be looking to continue their good momentum. Reading have also had a very tough start to this season. They picked up the first game of the season, was a 1-1 draw against Birmingham away from home before a 2-0 victory at home against Wigan Athletic. A 3-0 loss away at Wrexham was followed up by a 2-0 win at home to Charlton. And if you told me against them four teams at the start of the season that Reading would be picking up 7 points, I'd have absolutely snatched your hand off. Now, coming into this game, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the strengths and weaknesses of this Leyton Orient side. According to Who Scored, the strengths are creating chances through balls, defending set pieces and protecting the lead. The weaknesses include finishing scoring chances, defending against through ball attacks, avoiding fouling in dangerous areas, avoiding individual errors and defending against long shots. Now, the style of play that Leyton Orient like to go with is play with width, attacking down the right, attacking down the left, and finally, they are an aggressive side. Now, like we said, Leyton Orient have had a really poor start to this season. They've struggled for goals and they've leaked quite a few. And for me, one result I want to touch upon is their last league game result, and that was a 3-0 loss away at Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury are a side that do not score a lot of goals, and if you're shipping 3 goals to them, that's for me is a little bit of cause of concern. Now, a couple of weeks ago, there was a little bit of talk about Richie Wellens potentially leaving Leyton Orient, and I don't know if the talk of him potentially going to Blackpool is something that's distracted the players, distracted the coaching team, and has resulted in some of these results on the pitch. But listen, them rumours are now behind them. Steve Bruce is the new Blackpool manager, so now we might see Leyton Orient start to kick on and show some of that form that they had towards the start of 2024. Now, one thing I do want to touch upon is Jaden Sweeney. He's someone that's picked up 3 yellow cards in 4 games so far for Leyton Orient, and I think this could be something at left back that Reading really should target. Down that right hand side, it will probably be Adrian Akande or Chem Campbell who will be coming up against him, and I think for Reading, it's really important to get runners at this player. If he's somebody that picks up a lot of yellow cards, getting these runners at him is going to be really important. Adrian Akande is someone who's had a really positive start to his career at Reading. Obviously came through the youth side and has started his first senior season this year and has had a really positive impact in the side so far. His direct running is something that has really, for me, been a standout, and if he's able to do this in this fixture, it could be a real positive for Reading. Though we could talk about Jaden Sweeney not even playing. Jack Curry came in late on in the transfer window on loan from Oxford, so he potentially might be a starter in this fixture. Now, Leyton Orient did pick up a loss as well in the EFL Trophy to Arsenal's under-21 side. They lost that game by 2-1 at home, and it was a mixture between a few first-team players and a few of the backups. And for me, there's a little bit of cause of concern there losing against the youth side. But at the same time, you can also take a look at the fortunes in the EFL Cup and see that Leyton Orient have made it through into the 3rd round, where they'll be taking on Brentford. 2 impressive victories so far this year in the EFL Cup. Now, the danger man for Leyton Orient will be Dan Agayi. He's someone last year that was able to score at Reading. He scored a penalty at the SCL last year, and he's someone that's performed really well so far in the EFL Cup as well for Leyton Orient. Hasn't scored just yet in League One, but listen, it could be the time for him to start to shine now. Now, the last thing I want to touch upon in this Leyton Orient side of the preview is that supposedly they've only sold 800 tickets so far, and I think that's really poor. Listen, it's only 4 games into the season, and their fortunes haven't been too great, don't get me wrong. Away from home have conceded 4 goals, scored none, but it's only 4 games into the year and they're bottom of the league. But you would have expected, especially with the game being so local, that there'd be a lot more travelling fans coming to the SCL than what actually are coming. Now, taking a look at the Reading side of this preview, the big thing and the talking point so far of this international break was that Joel Pereira is injured. The Royals' #1 goalkeeper is going to be out for a few weeks. He has an ankle injury confirmed by Ruben Celes, so it looks as if it will be Kanaya Boyce-Clarke or David Button in goal. Now, both goalkeepers are a little bit shaky in their own right. Boyce-Clarke is still young, 20, 21 years old, so he's somebody that, listen, he's probably waiting for his first opportunity and his first proper run of games, but when he has played, has made a couple of mistakes. And David Button as well, we saw the misfortunes of Reading last year when David Button was in goal, and we saw the turnaround in form when Joel Pereira stepped up in net. So look, it'd be interesting to see who plays. Personally, I'd go for Kanaya Boyce-Clarke. I'm nothing against David Button, but I think Boyce-Clarke needs that run of games before you can officially judge him on whether or not he will be a potential future #1 for Reading. Now, another good thing is Tyler Bindon is fit to play. He obviously came off with a concussion protocol substitution against Charlton, but he is confirmed to be okay. The same with Harvey Knibbs as well. He's officially back in training, so it looks as if we'll see Knibbs potentially involved in some way this Saturday. For me, it's probably going to be some sort of second half substitution appearance for Harvey Knibbs. But listen, if we can get Knibbs back in the side, it's a lot more running, a lot more attacking threat as well, which I will be very happy to see. Now, in terms of the starting 11 for this fixture, I will go for the exact same starting 11 that Reading played against Charlton, but obviously the substitution of Pereira for Boyce-Clarke. Look, I don't think you change a winning team. I think that's something that's really important, is you don't change a winning team. Listen, I think a lot of people might make the case of Knibbs coming in for Savage. I think Savage deserves to keep his starting 11 place. I think he's played quite well in the month of August. He's come up with some big goals. I think he scored 3 in all competitions so far. And I think his running as well in the second half and the energy that he puts in has been really important for Reading so far. So potentially might see Knibbs coming on later on in the second half of this game. I think Michael Craig as well at right back is somebody that needs to stick there. He's played really well so far this season. I don't think you break up the pairing of Mbenge and Bindon. I think the rest of the team just all picks itself, if we're being honest. So far this year, Reading have been really good, and look, the depth isn't there. We all know that. The starting 11 is very strong for Reading, or should we say 12, 13, 14 of this Reading side are really, really strong. It's about that depth. It's about when you get injuries, fatigue and stuff like that. That's where we're going to start to see a little bit of struggle when it comes to Reading. So the start of the season, the starting 11 should be the normal starting 11, and we should be successful, obviously with less fatigue at the moment. Now, in terms of a score prediction, Reading so far this year have won both their home games by 2-0, and I'm going to continue that trend. Something I'm a little bit nervous about is when I've been negative this year, which I have been quite a lot at the start of this season, really, it's gone the opposite way, and Reading have done well. So, look, the one time I've been positive when we played Wrexham, it went completely wrong. But I'm going positive here. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win. Sam Smith scored in the last fixture. Something Sam Smith does is go on these fantastic purple patches where he scores 6, 7, 8 games in a row. So I'm going to say Sam Smith's going to score once again, and then I'm going to go with a goal as well for Kelvin Ehibachiman after a little bit of a dry spell of a couple of games without a goal. That's going to be it for this video today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. My name's been James, and we'll see you all again very soon. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.